Came out real stringy, but this is the Charizard trash can. This may look pretty messy, but it'll actually clean up. It look very cool. We're gonna paint it, obviously. Coffee cup, almost done. You can see it says coffee. And there's another one. And the shark printed just fine. A lot of these little guys printed just fine. We're going to set up a couple small printers to print some things. We've got a special thing today. This is a vintage radio I got from a estate sale. Let's actually plug it in. Let's see. Somebody in Lufkin has bought it or is going to buy it, and I'm meeting them at a Mexican grocery store. So we've got that in 45 minutes. Time to turn on the LED lights. Ah, this one's always really squirrely. There we go. I think one of the bulbs went out. That sucks. Almost everything you see is going to get painted today, which actually, it's not even that much stuff, really. Just sold the radio, 50 bucks, but the guy gave me the wrong address. Fortunately, the correct address was not very far from where he told me to go. So this is one of those giant coffee cups. Basically, this part's gonna be white, and the customer requested that this part be orange. So we're taping off the white sections so we can make the middle orange. They ordered this bad boy in Dunkin' Orange. So we'll get into this a bit later, but my recycling process involves a lot of blenders. I have a bunch of parts of blenders, and I had this one which the pitcher broke for, but I had a pitcher that has the same kind of attachment, but it didn't fit because of all this stuff. So I melted and scraped it away, and now this pitcher can fit that base. For this blender, it has a similar attachment, but you can see how worn down it is. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna use this JB Weld. It's an epoxy. And I'm gonna put lines here and let that dry for about a day. And this base should work again. For this blender, the base does work, but the pitcher was broken. So you can see that works. But I found a few that have compatible attachments, and this doesn't quite fit. But I found this one, and it does. So this will be a useful blender as well. So I'll tell you a little bit about what I'm doing right now. So somebody ordered this. It's one of my giant cheeses. This is what the object actually looks like, but I've had problems with overhangs. You see, if you look at this, actually that's not a good example, but like these, part of that inner shape is actually below this level, which means as it's printing line by line, there's gonna be a gap. So what I've been doing is going in and filling in those gaps so that it'll print better. You can see that there's like a slope upwards, instead of a dip down. So I'm doing that for all of these holes. Listening to We're an American Band by Grand Funk Railroad, and burgers. Open-faced burgers. These are basically open-faced. This is basically burger toast. Barbecue sauce. Got the purple onions from yesterday. Less bread means less carbs. All right, it's time to start working on these guys. This Charco is gonna get painted, but we've gotta get the stringy stuff off. So we're gonna use a paint scraper and then a heat gun to get the little tiny strings. And we've got all that stuff over there to do. Today I've got two flip items that I've sold or am going to sell. I sold the radio, as you guys saw before, but now I'm selling this mini fridge that I bought for 20 bucks, and this person's gonna give me $75 for this thing, so that's cool. Well, I'm out here in the middle of somewhere in Lufkin, Texas. There's a big house. I guess they're the people that want the mini fridge, and they're gonna be here in a few minutes or something. That's 75 bucks right there. Nothing wrong with turning 20 into 75. So it was pretty recent that I got 4 of the large printers. I had 2 and then I had 3, and then I put together this 4th one. You can see it's a bit of a Frankenstein. It's plywood, and you know, it's kind of assembled from a lot of parts. This is from a Creality V3. But it's been really great having 4 of these things. You can see that this coffee is almost done, and there's another one that got done earlier. And that means that I'm able to make so many of these big products. Like right now, this is going to be sushi. It's going to be the meat on some salmon sashimi, and right here this is the rice that it's going to go on. It's a little hard to see because I haven't painted it white yet, but it's a bed of rice, and then we're going to have the sushi over it, so it's pretty fun. All right, it's product photography time. What this involves is picking out an outfit. I have to pick out a hat here because at least the large new products are large enough that I have to model them myself. So you're gonna see that process. So this is what we're modeling today. It's like my other coffee designs, except orange, obviously. And the lid turned out so good. Oh man. In addition to a hat, I have to pick out a shirt. The reason I have shirts that are just unbelievably gaudy like this is because it makes people click on the listings. And that's all that matters, really. The final component of the aesthetic is picking out some glasses. Usually you want some that kind of match or highlight a certain color in the outfit. These are the kind you get off of Amazon in giant packs. I actually have more than this. And I also get some from thrift stores. Since the coffee cup is orange, I decided to go all in with the orangeness. Even the shirt has some orange. And of course, you have to have the orange glasses. All right, that's gonna be about it for today. We're making a David Bowie here. This is a gear for a new recycling mechanism. This is going to be some sushi meat. You can't really tell, but if you watch future episodes, you'll see this be done. This is some cheese, some giant cheese. And over there is a shark that's being printed.